So like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I appreciate you always for watching. So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to look at some cartoons, and we're going to look at the difference in the cartoons. So in 1929, of course, that was a 9/11, the 2 and the 9s, the 9/11. That was the Great Depression. And here we have a Hoover, and he says a chicken in every pot. Okay, that's the promise, a chicken in every pot. Now in 2024, Waltz is promising a tampon dispenser in every boy's room, bathroom, public bathroom. So, the first one, Hoover, is addressing the lack thereof of nourishment for the body, whether male or female. Waltz is addressing a emotional, mental issue because boys do not have uterus, nor do boys have ovaries. Boys do not have periods, menstruations. They do not produce eggs. They produce sperm out of their testes. So something is off here. Someone's a little bit delusional. Someone has a mental disorder, or someone's promoting mental disorders. Now, I took abnormal psychology in college or university. However, we never learned that you're supposed to advocate. Now, unless a girl is claiming to be a boy and goes into the boys' restroom, then that's the only reason why you would have tampons in there, because that means that the girl who's claiming mentally to be a boy has a distortion in how she feels about who she is. She's not happy with her avatar. So instead of sitting down, talking with her, encouraging her to love herself, figuring out what happened maybe when she was growing up, how was she raised, going in there doing some reasoning with the person. Let's reason together. No. In today's world, it's all about feelings, nothing more than feelings. And feelings are fickle. Now, once these children actually come up out of this illusion, they're going to be pissed, because they're going to look back and say, instead of you trying to transform me like a transformer, you should have been trying to help me understand that it's okay. What is it? Dysphoria, this thing where I know it's DID, dissociative identity disorder. I know that for sure. But when you have a warped understanding of who you are, like a lot of people don't understand that they are eternal beings. They're eternal beings. You're straight energy, and the avatar is what you come in the game with. And with this body, this avatar, you have to learn to love the avatar, take care of the avatar. Don't feed the avatar junk food all the time. Feed the avatar good things, exercise, walk, sing, dance, do things you love. That's what Walt should be encouraging. Parks and encouraging stores will have cleaner foods, not foods that have Roundup sprayed on them. That's what he should be promising. A chicken in every pot, that's great. But today, a chicken in every pot gonna cost you about $15. Just a regular chicken boiled with some celery, onions, and carrots with some rice on the side. That's gonna cost you, and some seasoning, that's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. But he only wants to talk about dispensers in the bathroom. What he should be talking about is him abandoning his group in the military when in Iraq, when guns start firing, bullets start spreading. He decided, you know what, war is getting real. I need to move out the way. See, when you have somebody that won't even stand with leadership in his leadership role with his group, he won't stand with the truth neither. So it's just simple as that. Let's go on to the next one. Chameleon. Y'all know what a chameleon is. August 2022. She holds a sign saying, I cast the deciding vote to sick 87,000 IRS agents on tip workers. And they did. Biden, they were literally saying, we got to find these side jobs. They really literally were saying, we need to find. Then they said it was going to be for the billionaires. Yeah, right. We're going to find this money that's falling through the cracks. Like on Facebook Marketplace. They wanted that money. They wanted tips. They want more IRS agents so they can find where is all of this money going to the cracks. We need more money to put on the deficit that's right now $35 trillion. We need more. Well, y'all need to stop all them dumb wars. And stop rumoring wars with saying you're going to do a war in Iran now because of some done political campaign of Trump and Harris, their campaigns being messed with by Iran, which sounds crazy. These people think we're dumb. But anyway, some people are, I will admit that, but I'm not. So the next one is August 2024. This is currently. No tax on tips. Okay, that was Trump said that. But anyway, Kamala. Okay, she has ABC salad, word salad. So, do anybody understand how truthful this is? This is not hyperbole. This is absolutely what happened. When everybody found out that Biden were going to put money aside for 87,000 IRS agents, I was like, these people done lost their ever-hating mind. I can understand, maybe an extra 870 IRS workers. You know what I'm saying? Like we did something wrong. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, to be unburdened by what has been. This picture is really what she's saying. This is what she means. To be unburdened by what has been. Like, we're going to start over. And we're going to do it the way we want to see it done. Not even acknowledging the fact, y'all, we've come a mighty long way. It's just like saying, I have a husband. We've been married for over 30 years. And we've had some rough time. But we made it through all the rough times. And now things are looking better. We've still got a little things around the edges that could be cleaned up, but things are so much better. And because of the experience that we have with each other, we learned how to come to the table and be honest. And the more we come to the table and not argue and talk about things and write down things and look and see the inward working of things, how we can fix them, even the more the relationship gets better. It becomes a friendship now. It becomes family again. However, no, they want a divorce. And people that are always ready for a divorce, you take that same garbage with you with the next marriage. So there's no need of tearing up the marriage paper for the country, the American people, because the United States Incorporated isn't America. That's Washington, D.C., which isn't part of America. But, okay, that's part of Britain. They're ran by Britain, our government. And lawyers ran by Britain. Their licenses come from there. But anyway, this is pretty much what she's saying. And look, when she talks about to be unburdened by what has been, she's literally using doublespeak. I'm going to talk about doublespeak. I did a video just on doublespeak, but let me talk about doublespeak for a moment. All right, so let's hear some doublespeak. All right, so I'm coming out of William Lurt's book, Doublespeak. From revenue enhancement to terminal living, how government, business, advertisers, and others use language to deceive you. I also want to quote George Orwell. In our time, political speech and writings are largely defense of the indefensible. Political language is designed to make lies sound truthful and murder respectable, like abortion, and to give an appearance of solidarity to pure win. George Orwell said that. He's the one that wrote the 1984 book. In chapter 1, William goes on to say this: involuntary conversations, preemptive counterattacks, and incomplete successes. The world of doublespeak. There are no potholes on the street of Tulsa, There are no potholes on the streets of Tucson, Arizona. Just pavement deficiencies. So potholes on the street would be called just pavement deficiencies. The Reagan administration didn't propose any new taxes, just revenue enhancements. So instead of them admitting that it's new taxes that are being proposed, they'll say, no, it's just revenue enhancements, because that's double speak. It makes it sound better than what it is. Those aren't bums on the street, just non-goal-oriented members of society. So you would go to California, you would see people who are homeless and some who are bums, but some who are homeless, because there's a difference. But the government would say, or the news would say, no, these are just non-goal-oriented members of society. There's nothing to see there. There are no more poor people, just fiscal underachievers. So they'll say, no, they're not poor. They're just not achievers. There's nothing wrong with the system, which there's always something that can be fixed in the system. That doesn't mean throw the system away. There's just always something wrong in the system. And this is what I'm trying to say about to be unburdened by what has been. Instead of using double speak and saying, what I'm doing is going to unburden you by what has been, I'm just going to throw away. Instead of saying that, say, look, we got some things we can work on. And if we come together, instead of dividing over things we can't control, like your sex and your skin color, you can't control your sex and your skin color. You come in that package. Your package of your skin is what you come with. Okay? The organs you come with is attached to that avatar. You have no say over that. So because of things you have no say over, if you try to say, well, you saying that is wrong, I'm going to say something opposite of that. I'm going to cut my parts off. Well, that's sort of kind of like not double speak, but double action, where I'm telling you, love thyself, work with thyself, go in and deal with yourself. You says, no, I don't want to do that. I want the shortcut. I just want to rip everything off. Well, ripping everything off in the long run will not make things better. And because someone comes along and does double speak to you and says, you know what? Those body parts you have are the wrong body parts. And you deserve other body parts. First, it's delusional. But it's double speak. Because you're saying those body parts that you have are not the correct body parts. You're a woman. You just got a man's body. Double speak. Oh, the woman's right to choose. My body, my choice. Sounds good, right? But you're killing. You're doing something that's going to be detrimental to somebody else's body. Because you have your body, and then there's someone else that's there with you, that's in your body, that has a body. And somehow doublespeak has convinced you to negate or look over the little person's body that's formulating. Because in order for you to get here, you had to be formulated. You had to go through stages to get here. Now, I understand a lot of people don't believe that you're not human until you exit the body. But we have technology now that says otherwise. And to look over that is like being double-minded. Okay? Forget doublespeak. You're double-minded. That makes you no earthly good for yourself and for those who are around you. Okay. So let's continue. So it says there was no robbery of an automatic teller machine. You ready for it? Just an unauthorized withdrawal. So that's what's happening in New York and Detroit with these people who are illegal immigrants. The doublespeak is, no, they're undocumented workers. That's doublespeak. They're undocumented migrants. No, they're illegal immigrants. They're undocumented workers. Okay, so Nancy Pelosi said these people need to come over here to work in the fields. So do y'all not understand that they're using these people for slavery? Do you not understand that they're using these people as options for sponsors? And sponsors are very wealthy people who need parts that maybe skin that they need to enhance their face with. Like Oprah says, she used the blood of the tip off of baby blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna go there. Yeah. Next, the patient didn't die because of medical malpractice. You ready for it? It was just a diagnostic misadventure of a high magnitude. The U.S. Army doesn't kill the enemy anymore. Ready for it? It just services the target. And the doublespeak goes on and on and on. Now that you have some samples of doublespeak, anytime anyone calls good evil, or they say evil is good, think about doublespeak and see who is benefiting. See if this person's double-minded. One year they say this and the next year they say that. Doublespeak is language that pretends to communicate but really doesn't, to be unburdened by what has been. Okay. It is language that makes the bad seem good, the negative appear positive, the unpleasant appear attractive or at least tolerable, like a full-grown man with a beard, 6'2", a dress on, makeup like a clown, scary as hell looking, with heels on, and saying, "You better call me a ma'am." And my little 5 feet something self would say, "Ain't happening." Stand in my ground, dog. You're not gonna make me lie to my own eyes. Doublespeak is language that avoids or shifts responsibility. Language that is at variance with its real or purported meaning. So, purported meaning. A woman is a female. A female body parts have breasts that produce milk, have hips, have a uterus, have periods, body frame, pelvic area isn't as wide as a man's, or well, I think the bones are not as thick as a man's bones, but we do have a swoop in us where we can hold a baby more, but our bones are different. Okay. So let me continue on. It says, doublespeak is language that avoids or shifts responsibility, language that is at variance with its real or purported meaning. So we see a woman and a man are not the same, yet they'll report to you that it is, and like, no, it's not. Let's physically look. And then someone will literally say, well, that's just a variance of the things that's different than it. Stop being slow. Stop playing games. Stop being double-minded. And now you double speaking, because now you're saying that girls and boys are the same. And if you use eyeball common sense, if you use your eyeballs and do not fold over into this delusion, this wish upon a star, ooh, I wish it was. I wish there was no difference. Well, you wouldn't see the beauty. You would not see the beauty in life being created, because without differences, we cannot create life. And maybe this is what people want. They don't want people to create life. They want depopulation. Oh, I forgot. That is a goal, ain't it? Oh, okay. Let's move forward. It is language that conceals or prevents thought rather than extending thought. Doublespeak limits it. So doublespeak blatantly lies, and then when you want to discuss the lie and say, okay, let's write that. Okay, let's draw a picture. Okay, let's look at the body parts. No, we're not going to do that, because that's not what we want to focus on. We want to focus on the heart and mind of a person. That person says they believe they are, therefore they are. The person says they identify as. You say, but let's identify how you know you are. Let's point it out. Okay, what does a woman have? What does a woman body have? The sex of a woman. We don't talk about that. You're discriminating against me. They don't want to use common sense. My gender. We're not talking about gender. We're talking about sex. Because gender is just my imagination once again. Running away with me. That's all it is, folks. It's just people trying to be children. People somehow have gotten locked into dissociative identity disorder. And that's an actual mental situation that can be dealt with if people care enough about the client than more than that 2-hour session in the counselor's session on the couch. And a lot of time they easily just give people medication to drive people even more down the path of not knowing thine own self. If you think professionals aren't about that money, honey, you wrong, sir. All right. Because it's at the end of the day, a lot of times that's what it's all about. So to be unburdened by what has been doesn't mean that you need to be trying to rip stuff up, Kamala. Because you got to work through the marriage and go through the contract and see the good things that has been and go in and try to redo some things that maybe can be corrected and take our time. We're not in a rush, people. If we take our time, we can do things right. And anytime someone comes along and gives something that's helpful, don't turn around and say, oh, you gave it to the black colleges. Oh, you just did that because you want to look good. Well, with Walt's giving tampons and dispensers in the boys' bathroom, isn't that just him just trying to look good? But who does it help? It helps nobody at all. Not even the people that's it's just slow, being honest. Move forward. Doublespeak is not a matter of subject and verb agreeing. It is a matter of words and facts agreeing. Basic to doublespeak is incongruity. An incongruity between what is said or what is left unsaid, or what really is said, or what really is. Is it the incongruity between the word and referent, between seem and be, between the essential function of language, communication, and what doublespeak does? Misleads, distorts, deceives, inflate, obfuscate, circumvent. All right. Last but not least, how to spot doublespeak. How can you spot doublespeak? Most of the time you will recognize doublespeak when you see or hear it. But if you have any doubt, you can identify doublespeak just by answering these questions. Who is saying what to whom? Under what conditions and circumstances? With what intent? With what results? Answering these questions will usually help you identify as doublespeak language that appears to be legitimate, or that at first glance doesn't even appear to be doublespeak. Who is saying what to whom? Identify the two people. Under what condition and circumstances? With what intended? So you got to understand the conditions, the theme, the situation, the circumstance, with the intent that they're saying it, and with what result. So what's the end all be all of this? Would it resolve anything? Who is it really helping? Who is it really intended for? Is it intended for the person you actually say? Is it intended for? Is a tampon intended for the female? Is it really intended for a female, or is it intended for a male? It's intended for a female. But is it intended for a biological female, or someone just calling themselves a female? Well, tampons are for biological females who are females, who have uteruses, who have periods, who have ovaries. So When someone says a tampon dispenser in every boy's bathroom or restroom, that's a double-mindedness going on, which comes out as a double speak. All right, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Thanks, and I appreciate you always for watching.